Hi everybody, how are you? Today is another beautiful day, Wednesday. So I hope everybody is healthy. I hope everybody is exercising. You're getting enough sun to produce vitamin D because we're always inside. So it's you gotta get outside, get some sun, and of course use sunblock. Today, I want to talk about this book, The Power of Now. The Power of Now. I'm not sure if you've heard it before. I think you might have heard it before, right? And it's not a new book. And let me see, what year was it in? I think quite many years ago. But I only recently, 97, I think. But I, 98, 99. I kind of read this book probably, I can't remember how many years ago. Maybe 10 years ago, I think. And, I used to tell people that this book is like, the top 5 books of all the books I've read. And that's pretty high, isn't it? Top 5 book, really? That good? So, I'm not here to, it's been a while since I read this book. I probably should read it again. But I think that it was very enlightening. And so it's The Power of Now, a guide to spiritual enlightenment. All right? So but a couple of things I want to talk about, which is, I thought that was very good, specifically in dealing with fear. So, how is that? How does the book, The Power of Now, help with dealing with fear? And most of my sharings in the afternoon, I talk about different aspects of fear and how to either overcome it or how to look at it, different perspectives about it. Because again, what would you do if you're not afraid? You'd do anything, isn't it? Right? So in this book, it talks about the power of now. It's not an easy book to read, all right? But nonetheless, it's a great book to read. And so now means now, present, at this moment, right? And the reason why is because, is related to fears, because a lot of times we either are feeling sad about the past, or we're feeling anxious about the future, or worried about the future. Oh, what will happen? Will they like me? Will I get there? Will I achieve it? What will happen? Will I fail? So there's a lot of uncertainty in the future, and there is a lot of past regret, probably, or failures in the past. I'm not saying that everybody is a failure. I'm just saying that sometimes we look back at a lot of our experiences, and sometimes experiences we use are probably not the right one. We tend to say, well, I failed before, and I didn't do that before, so it's going to happen again. So we probably, most of the time, we kind of live in either the pain of the past or the anxiety of the future. And I know and a lot of people talk about this, is we got to live now, we got to be present, right? Which is very important. We got to be present. And so why is it being present helps us to handle certain things like fear? The reason why is because when we are present, we don't really think about the past because we're present. And if we are present, we won't be thinking about the future because we're present here now. But does it mean that we don't look at the past and we don't look at the future? No, it doesn't mean that. It means that if we are going to look in the past, we kind of learn some examples for it. And of course, after we learn it, and then we come to the present. And of course, we kind of prepare ourselves for the future, right? We prepare ourselves as much as we can for the future. But I think one of the other ways, or it's talking about, is that we don't live in the future and we don't live in the past. And there's a saying that if you live in the past, you don't think about the past unless you live there, right? So, but we don't, right? We live in the present. So in the present, because we don't worry, we don't think about the past failures, or when we're in the present, we don't think about anxiety about, oh my God, what will happen? because we're in the present, we tend to be the most powerful. And that's why the power of now. So if we are present now, we are actually the most powerful version of ourselves. Not the past, not the future, but right now, here. I know that's kind of hard to accept. It's kind of hard to comprehend. What are you talking about now? You know it's true. You know it makes sense. But logically, can you be now, isn't it? So let me give you examples of how to be now. So one of the things they say is that if we are very present in our body, we can actually heal ourselves. We can actually, because all the focus is present now, or what you're thinking about, and all that energy is focused now. So how do I get to now? There's a lot of people who say, well, just be now. So the question is how to be now, how to be here right now. So this is one of the ways, and I'll tell you a story after that. So one of the ways is this. Let me give you an example. So if you hold up a hand right now, hold it to where the wind is blowing. If the fan is blowing towards you, hold it up to the fan. The fan is coming down, just hold up the hand, just out there, it's fine. I have a little breeze here, so I can feel it. I can feel it right here. So let's say the breeze is coming this way. So how to be present and how to be now really is to feel the wind and ask yourself, how does my hand feel? How does my hand feel? Right? And can I feel the wind? Can I feel the coldness or the breeze, the pressure on my palm? Because if you can feel the palm pressure, you can feel let's say you're sweating, and when there's a breeze, it's cool, isn't it? So you feel the cooling effect of the wind. Now, if you can do that, that's being present. If you can feel that, that's being now, right? So being now means very observant about what's happening now. That's one way to know you're now, isn't it? Because let's say if I'm trying to feel my hand of the breeze, but let's say I'm thinking about my past when I was 5 years old. So you can't do that, isn't it? You're like, oh my, where am I? So in order to be now, it's to be present, it's to be observant, it's to feel what is happening right now. That's being present. That's knowing. And at this moment in time, if you do that focus, then that is the moment when you are the most powerful. Imagine, because you're not thinking about the past, you're not worried about it, you're not worried about the future, you are present, and this is the most powerful version of yourself. It's right now, right here. Feel the coolness. All right? Now let me extend this to a story. I'm sure how many of you like to watch movies. I love to watch movies. And one of the movies I like, although it wasn't received very well on the box office, was the movie called After Earth. After Earth, okay? And it's by Will Smith and his son, right? So they played dad and son, and they landed in a planet that is very, very similar to Earth. Probably that's the reason why it's called After Earth. And this movie is great, by the way. I think it's really good. It's about, they have this creature, this animal that they want to transport, and unfortunately, they both, with the monster, they land in this place, and this monster smells your fear. So of course, Will Smith is really cool, but he's hurt. He can't defend. So the son has to go and get help. So. But the son is afraid, and he has to learn along the journey to get help how to have courage. All right, so he sends his son out to get some help, and he's stuck in he's all injured, he can't leave. So the son comes to a point where it's kind of crazy, it's kind of scary, right? It's kind of scary, and he's like, oh my God, Dad, I'm scared, or something like that happens. So this is what his dad says to him. All right, I can't remember the son's name, but this is what he did. He says, son, take a knee. So what does take a knee? Take a knee means you kneel down, but with one knee on the ground, you take a knee. Take a knee. And then he says this, close your eyes. So he closes his eyes. Take a knee, close your eyes. And then he says, what do you hear? Oh, I hear sounds, I hear this, I hear this. What do you feel? I feel this, I feel the grass, I feel the wind, I feel this, right? So what was he trying to do? He was trying to get the son to be present, to focus on the now. Because when you are afraid, you're thinking about, oh my God, will the monster get me? Oh my God, what's going to happen in the future? So he immediately calmed him down by taking a knee, close your eyes. How do you feel? What do you hear? right? What do you hear? What kind of sounds? Because if you're hearing sounds, you can't be thinking about the past because you're hearing sounds. And if you can feeling the temperature, you feel the grass, you feel then you can't be in the past. So that's one way to be present. All right. So I think it's good exercise that sometimes you just sit and kind of and just feel the wind blowing on you. I'm sure it's really enjoyable, and hear the sounds of the motorbike, sounds of the birds. We have lots of birds here, and kind of feel what's on, just being present at that moment. And I think that's very powerful, and I think that's a good exercise for us to learn how to be present. And I think if we do that long enough, we'll be able to do that at will. I mean, anytime we can be present. And so that's the power of now. All right, I hope it shows up the right way. I think it looks backwards, but that's the power of now. It's awesome book, and but I think if you just practice what I just shared with you, I think I think you can just read half the book. But there are a lot of nuggets inside here. Talks about how we're controlled by our ego and our pain body and all that kind of stuff, and it really gave me a lot of value for myself as well, to understand who am I and what I represent, and understand other people and how they show up, so that I know how to connect with them. And in fact, I use a lot of this in my training, in my leadership training as well. A lot of this concept, I have a module just talking about the power of now, and I find it very, very useful, especially for personal coaching or developing yourself as a leader. So anyway, I hope you like this sharing today, the power of now, and you know how to be present. Feel the wind, close your eyes, listen to the sound. That's when you're the most present. I'm not talking meditation, I'm talking just experiencing the wind, the hands, the palm, and all the sights and sounds around you. And that's when you will be present now, and that will be when you will be the most powerful. The most powerful is now. All right, so I hope it helps. If you find that this helps, share it with a friend. For people who get a bit too anxious, and I think this will help. And for some people who just want to know what you're talking about, the power of now, what does it mean? How do you be now? I thought now is now lah, All right, anyway, thank you for joining in. And let me know if you have any questions you want to ask, and also if not, then I'll see you in a couple of days. All right, so the power of now. Now I must warn you, it's not easy to read. It's a bit deep sometimes, but again, it's a great book. All right, have a fantastic time. Hi T Zone, how are you? Hi Lenny. Hi Hui Ting, how are you? Fantastic. Hi Fatin. All right then, have a good one. Bye bye.